Ladies and gentlemen, there is a divine moment in the stillness of the early morning between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. when the world is silent and your mind is most connected to the infinite. This is the sacred window where your thoughts, your prayers, and your intentions hold the greatest power. Science tells us that in these early hours, your brain operates in a deeply suggestible state, shifting between theta and delta waves, where transformation happens, where the subconscious is reprogrammed, and where the veil between you and the divine is at its thinnest. What if I told you that the words you speak in this moment could alter the course of your life? That a single prayer spoken with conviction could shift your reality? Tonight, I invite you to step into the unknown, to break free from the limitations of the past, and to embrace the supernatural power of prayer. Say this prayer between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. and watch what happens. Between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. there exists a window of stillness, a time when the noise of the world fades and something extraordinary happens within you. While most people sleep, those who seek transformation understand that this period is unlike any other. It is not just another part of the day. It is a gateway, a portal where your connection to the divine is strongest and your mind is most open to receiving. In these early morning hours, your body is in its most natural state of rest, and your brain shifts into a slower, more receptive rhythm. During the waking hours, the mind is bombarded with distractions, responsibilities, and external influences. But in the silence of the early morning, the conscious mind takes a step back, allowing access to something deeper, the subconscious, the realm where real transformation takes place. This is the time when your prayers, your thoughts, and your intentions are magnified. Science has shown that between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., the brain enters states that allow for heightened intuition, greater creativity, and a stronger sense of connection to the unseen. The logical, analytical mind quiets, and the deeper layers of your consciousness become more active. In this state, your thoughts are no longer clouded by stress or doubt. Instead, you are in a position where you can receive divine guidance, inspiration, and clarity about your purpose. Many ancient traditions and spiritual teachings emphasize the significance of these early hours. The mystics, the enlightened, and those who sought wisdom all understood that there is something sacred about this time. It is often referred to as the hour of God, because it is when the spiritual realm is most accessible. Those who discipline themselves to wake up and pray during this time often experience breakthroughs, profound revelations, and a deepened sense of peace. This is not just about waking up early for the sake of routine. It is about aligning yourself with a force greater than you. When you wake up at this hour with intention, you are stepping into an energy field where anything is possible. You are placing yourself in a state where your desires, prayers, and affirmations can penetrate the deepest levels of your being. This is when you tell the universe exactly what you want, and more importantly, you tell your subconscious mind that you are ready for it. Your brain is a powerful tool, but it operates on patterns and conditioning. During the day, you may struggle with self-doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs. But in the early morning, when your brain is most impressionable, you have the ability to override those limitations. Whatever you think, feel, and speak in this state imprints directly onto your subconscious. This is why the words you say, the prayers you speak, and the emotions you generate during this time carry immense power. People who have practiced waking up and engaging in prayer, meditation, or visualization during these hours often report feeling a shift in their reality. It is as if the universe begins to rearrange itself in their favor. Situations change, doors open, and things that once seemed impossible start to unfold effortlessly. It is not magic, it is the direct result of aligning your thoughts, energy, and emotions with what you seek. When you wake up at this hour and connect with the divine, you are training yourself to detach from the distractions of the physical world and tap into the unseen. The unseen is where all creation begins. Before anything manifests in your life, it starts as a thought, an energy, a vibration. And when you harness the stillness of these early hours, you are entering the space where creation happens. Most people allow life to happen to them, reacting to circumstances and letting the external world dictate their emotions and beliefs. But those who understand the power of this time take control. They use these moments to set their intentions, to align with their purpose, and to reprogram their minds for success, healing, abundance, and transformation. The reason why prayers and affirmations are so effective during this time is because your conscious resistance is lowered. During the day when you try to speak positive words over your life, there is often an inner voice that contradicts you. It says, "That's not possible," or "I don't deserve that." But at 3 a.m., when your mind is in a state of surrender, those doubts fade away and your words penetrate directly into the part of your mind that creates your reality. Those who consistently wake up and engage in this practice often find that their intuition sharpens, their stress levels decrease, and their ability to manifest their desires accelerates. They begin to feel a sense of trust, knowing that they are co-creating their reality rather than simply reacting to it. It is a shift from living unconsciously to living with deep awareness and purpose. This is why the most successful spiritually awakened individuals prioritize these early hours. They understand that while the rest of the world sleeps, they have an opportunity to shape their future, to communicate with the divine, and to program their minds for the life they desire. When you step into this awareness, you are no longer at the mercy of your circumstances. You become intentional, powerful, and aligned with a higher purpose. Between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., something profound happens within the human brain. While the body remains in a state of deep rest, the mind shifts into a unique rhythm that allows for greater receptivity, heightened awareness, and deep internal transformation. This is not just a coincidence. It is a scientifically proven phenomenon that has been observed across various fields of study, from neuroscience to spiritual traditions. During these hours, the brain transitions into a state where change becomes not only possible, but also effortless. Throughout the day, the brain operates primarily in beta waves, which are associated with alertness, logical thinking, and problem solving. While necessary for navigating daily life, this state also keeps the mind locked into patterns of stress, overthinking, and habitual behaviors. However, as the body moves into sleep, the brain naturally cycles through different wave states, including alpha, theta, and delta. It is during the early morning hours, particularly between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., that the brain settles into a theta-delta state, creating the perfect environment for deep transformation. Theta brain waves are associated with deep relaxation, creativity, intuition, and heightened learning. This is the state where the subconscious mind becomes more accessible, allowing for powerful reprogramming to take place. When you are in theta, you are no longer bound by the rigid structures of the conscious mind. Instead, you are in a space where new ideas, beliefs, and possibilities can take root. This is why early morning prayer, meditation, and affirmations can be incredibly powerful. They bypass the resistance of the conscious mind and go directly into the subconscious, where real change occurs. Delta brain waves, on the other hand, are the slowest brainwave state and are most commonly associated with deep sleep and healing. When in delta, the body undergoes repair, the nervous system resets, and the immune system strengthens. But what makes the 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. window unique is that while the body is still in a deeply relaxed state, the mind remains slightly active, making it the perfect time to integrate new beliefs, receive divine guidance, and connect with higher states of consciousness. Spiritual traditions across cultures have long recognized the significance of these early morning hours. Ancient yogis, monks, and spiritual seekers would wake up during this time to meditate and pray, understanding that this was when the veil between the physical and spiritual realms was thinnest. In many religious texts, this time is referred to as the hour of God, when divine revelations are most easily received and the mind is most aligned with the universe. The brain's natural shift into theta and delta states during this time aligns perfectly with this understanding, creating a bridge between the physical and the unseen. For those seeking change in their lives, whether it be emotional healing, spiritual growth, or success in any form, understanding this brainwave shift is crucial. When you wake up during these early hours and engage in focused thought, whether through prayer, visualization, or meditation, you are programming your subconscious in a way that is far more effective than during any other time of the day. This is because the subconscious does not operate on logic or reasoning. It operates on repetition, emotion, and deep-seated belief. And when you are in a theta delta state, your subconscious mind is wide open, making it the perfect time to plant the seeds of transformation. Many people struggle to break free from limiting beliefs and old patterns because they attempt to make changes while in a fully alert beta wave state. In this state, the conscious mind is dominant, filtering new information through the lens of past experiences, fears, and doubts. But when the brain slows down into theta and delta, these barriers dissolve and the subconscious becomes more impressionable. This is why people who practice waking up and engaging in mindful activities during this time often experience accelerated personal growth, increased intuition, and a stronger sense of clarity in their lives. Another powerful aspect of this brainwave shift is its impact on emotional and physical healing. Since delta waves are associated with deep restoration, engaging in practices such as gratitude, forgiveness, or self-compassion during this time can lead to profound inner healing. The nervous system is more relaxed, stress hormones are reduced, and the body is more receptive to positive change. This is why people who make it a habit to wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. and engage in prayer or meditation often report feeling more at peace, experiencing fewer negative emotions, and even noticing physical improvements in their health. Beyond the spiritual and emotional benefits, this state also enhances creativity and problem-solving abilities. Some of the greatest thinkers, artists, and innovators in history have reported receiving their most profound insights and creative breakthroughs either in the early morning hours or just before sleep, times when the brain is naturally in a theta-delta state. By intentionally using this time for focused thinking, visualization, or seeking guidance, you can access a deeper level of intelligence and inspiration that is not as easily available during the busyness of the day. The mind is a powerful tool, capable of creating, healing, and transforming reality. But it operates in cycles, and understanding these cycles allows you to work with them rather than against them. When you wake up in the early morning and engage with your mind while it is in its most receptive state, you are not forcing change, you are allowing it. You are stepping into alignment with the natural rhythm of transformation, where resistance fades, clarity emerges, and the unseen begins to take form in your life. When you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. and speak powerful affirmations or prayers, you are not just reciting words, you are actively programming your subconscious mind. The subconscious governs nearly 95% of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Yet most people remain unaware of its influence on their lives. It operates silently in the background, shaping your reality based on the beliefs it has stored over time. When you intentionally use the early morning hours to speak words of power, faith, and transformation, you are reprogramming the deepest layers of your mind, allowing new possibilities to emerge effortlessly. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between reality and imagination. It simply absorbs whatever it is repeatedly exposed to and manifests those patterns in your life. This is why negative self-talk and limiting beliefs often create obstacles that seem impossible to overcome, because the subconscious mind has been programmed to accept them as truth. However, when you wake up at a time when the conscious mind is less active and the subconscious is most impressionable, your words carry far greater weight. They bypass the critical filters of the logical mind and are directly accepted as instructions for your future. Speaking affirmations or prayers during these hours is especially powerful because the brain is naturally in a theta state, which is the optimal frequency for deep learning and transformation. Theta brain waves are associated with heightened suggestibility, meaning that whatever you say, visualize, or believe during this time is absorbed more deeply than it would be during normal waking consciousness. This is why young children whose brains are predominantly in theta waves learn languages, habits, and behaviors so effortlessly. They are naturally in a state of subconscious absorption. By waking up early and intentionally speaking words of faith, healing, or abundance, you are essentially returning to this state, allowing yourself to absorb new beliefs that align with the life you desire. Many people struggle with breaking free from old patterns and habits because they attempt to make changes while fully awake and in a beta state. Beta brainwaves, while essential for logical thinking and problem solving, also keep the mind trapped in habitual patterns of worry, doubt, and resistance. But when you wake up before the rest of the world, before distractions begin to flood your mind, you create a sacred space where your words have the power to shift reality. The stillness of the early morning hours amplifies the energy of your intentions, making your affirmations not just spoken words, but powerful commands to your subconscious. Religious and spiritual traditions have long emphasized the importance of early morning prayer, not just as a ritual, but as a tool for transformation. The reason these practices have persisted for centuries is because they align with the natural rhythms of the mind and body. In Christianity, it is believed that God speaks in the stillness of the night, that divine revelations often come in the early morning hours. In Buddhism, monks wake up before dawn to meditate, understanding that this is when the mind is most silent and receptive. Ancient yogis referred to this time as the Brahma Muhurta, the period of divine consciousness, where the mind is most connected to the higher realms. These traditions, though different in their teachings, all point to the same truth, that the early morning hours hold an unparalleled power for transformation. When you wake up and speak words of power, you are not just hoping for change, you are setting a new reality into motion. The subconscious mind will begin to shift, aligning your emotions, behaviors, and even external circumstances with the words you consistently speak. If you affirm, "I am healed," your subconscious begins to activate the biological processes that promote healing. If you declare, "Abundance flows effortlessly to me," your mind will begin to recognize opportunities that align with that belief. If you speak words of gratitude and faith, your energy will shift, drawing experiences that reflect those emotions into your life. The key is consistency. The subconscious mind is shaped through repetition, and the more frequently you reinforce new beliefs, the faster they become embedded in your reality. This is why waking up every morning and speaking words of transformation is not just a practice, it is a reprogramming process. You are training your mind to accept a new version of yourself, one that is no longer bound by the limitations of the past. The more you do this, the more effortless change becomes as the subconscious mind begins to automatically align with the beliefs you have instilled. Another reason why this practice is so powerful is that the early morning hours are free from external distractions. During the day, the conscious mind is constantly bombarded with information, news, social media, conversations, and daily responsibilities. These distractions create mental noise that makes it difficult to focus on inner transformation. But at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., the world is silent, the air is still, and the energy around you is calm. This creates the perfect atmosphere for deep mental programming where your affirmations are not drowned out by external influences. Beyond the scientific and spiritual reasons, there is also an energetic shift that occurs when you begin your day with intentional words. You are not just changing your thoughts, you are shifting your entire frequency. Thoughts and emotions carry vibrational energy, and the higher your frequency, the more you attract experiences that resonate with that energy. By waking up and speaking words of gratitude, success, and faith, you are tuning your entire being to a higher frequency, making it easier to manifest the reality you desire. People who practice this consistently often report feeling an unexplainable sense of clarity and peace throughout the day. Their interactions become smoother, their intuition sharpens, and they begin to notice synchronicities that confirm their words are taking effect. It is not magic, it is the science of the mind working in alignment with the spiritual laws of the universe. The subconscious mind, when programmed correctly, becomes a powerful ally working behind the scenes to bring your spoken words into existence. When you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. and engage in deep prayer or affirmation, you are stepping into a sacred window of time where the conscious mind is quiet and the subconscious is fully open to receiving new instructions. The human mind operates at different brainwave frequencies throughout the day, shifting from deep delta sleep to theta, then alpha, and eventually beta when fully awake. During the early morning hours, your brain is naturally in a theta state, the same state associated with deep meditation, hypnosis, and accelerated learning. This means that whatever you impress upon your mind during this time has a far greater impact than during normal waking consciousness. Most people struggle with changing their lives because they attempt to do so while their mind is in a beta state, where resistance, doubt, and past conditioning hold strong influence. However, when you wake up early and immerse yourself in prayer or affirmations, you are accessing a direct line to your subconscious, allowing you to rewrite old patterns and introduce new, empowering beliefs. This is why ancient traditions across cultures have emphasized the power of early morning prayer and meditation. It is not just about discipline, it is about aligning with the natural rhythms of the mind and the universe. Science has shown that the subconscious mind governs up to 95% of your daily actions, thoughts, and emotional responses. It is like a supercomputer running programs in the background, shaping your reality based on what it has been conditioned to believe. If you have been programmed with fear, lack, or unworthiness, these patterns will continue to play out in your life unless they are intentionally rewritten. The best time to do this is when the mind is naturally receptive, which is why waking up at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. to pray is not just a religious act, but a scientifically supported method for transformation. The power of speaking words of faith and gratitude during these hours cannot be overstated. The words you declare over yourself become instructions for the subconscious to follow. If you wake up and declare, "I am strong, I am guided, I am healed," your subconscious will begin to align your actions, emotions, and even biological processes to match these statements. This is because the brain does not differentiate between what is real and what is repeatedly affirmed. It simply takes the dominant thought patterns and turns them into reality. This is why those who constantly speak negativity over their lives remain trapped in cycles of struggle, while those who affirm faith, abundance, and success begin to see these realities unfold. Prayer during these early hours is also amplified because the distractions of the day have not yet set in. Throughout the day, the mind is flooded with information, emails, social media, news, conversations, and responsibilities, all of which keep the brain in a high beta state, making it difficult to focus deeply on inner transformation. But before the world wakes up, when everything is silent and still, you have an undisturbed connection to your inner self, to God, to the divine. It is in this stillness that clarity arises, intuition sharpens, and answers that once seemed hidden begin to reveal themselves. Many people report experiencing moments of deep revelation and insight during these early morning hours. This is because the conscious mind, which often overanalyzes and doubts, is not fully active, allowing divine wisdom to flow without interference. It is why throughout history, spiritual leaders, mystics, and visionaries have spoken about waking up before dawn to seek guidance and inspiration. These moments are not just ordinary, they are portals to higher understanding, where your prayers are heard and your spirit aligns with divine intelligence. In addition to the spiritual and psychological benefits, there is also an energetic shift that occurs when you make it a habit to pray at this time. Every thought and emotion carries a vibrational frequency, and by beginning your day with words of gratitude, power, and faith, you are setting the tone for the rest of your day. Your energy becomes aligned with the frequency of the words you speak, attracting experiences that match that vibration. When you wake up and declare, "Today is filled with miracles, I am protected, I am favored," your subconscious begins to seek out evidence to confirm these beliefs. You start noticing opportunities, feeling guided in your decisions, and experiencing divine synchronicities that reinforce your declarations. This practice also helps dissolve fear and anxiety as it shifts your focus from external circumstances to inner transformation. When you begin your day by reinforcing faith, trust, and divine alignment, external challenges lose their power over you. You move through the day with a sense of inner strength and certainty, knowing that you are guided by a force greater than yourself. The subconscious, once programmed with fear and doubt, now begins to operate from a place of confidence, leading you to make choices that reflect your new state of mind. For those who feel stuck in life, waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. and speaking powerful prayers is not just a practice, but a way to shift reality. It allows you to break free from past conditioning and align with a future that is created by choice, not by default. Your words become seeds planted in the fertile soil of the subconscious, and with repetition and belief, they begin to take root and grow into tangible manifestations. The key is to remain consistent, to speak with conviction, and to trust that what you declare in those sacred hours is already being prepared for you. When you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. and engage in prayer, you are aligning yourself with the natural rhythm of the universe, tapping into a stillness that exists before the world awakens. This time of day is often referred to as the divine hour because it is when spiritual energy is at its highest. The mind is most receptive, and the veil between the physical and spiritual realms is at its thinnest. It is a time when distractions are minimal, and the subconscious mind is in a state of heightened awareness, making it the perfect moment to plant powerful thoughts, prayers, and intentions that can shape your reality. The human brain operates in different states of consciousness throughout the day, fluctuating between delta, theta, alpha, and beta brainwave. Between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., the brain is primarily in a theta state, the same state associated with deep meditation, creativity, and heightened spiritual connection. This means that during these hours, the conscious mind is not as active, and the subconscious is more open to receiving messages and programming. If you use this time to pray and affirm your desires, you are speaking directly to the part of your mind that creates your reality, bypassing the doubts and fears that normally interfere during the day. Prayer during this time has a profound effect on the subconscious because it works like a form of mental rehearsal. When you repeatedly affirm your faith, your strength, and your divine alignment, you are training your mind to believe these truths at the deepest level. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It simply absorbs what it is fed and begins to shape your actions, thoughts, and emotions around those dominant beliefs. If you wake up early and declare that you are blessed, guided, and abundant, your subconscious starts looking for evidence to confirm those declarations. You begin to experience synchronicities, opportunities, and insights that align with the words you have spoken. Many people fail to manifest the life they desire because they do not realize that their subconscious mind is working against them due to years of negative programming. If you have spent years believing that you are unworthy, that life is difficult, or that you are limited in your potential, those beliefs have taken root in your subconscious, and they influence your decisions and experiences without you even realizing it. The key to transformation is reprogramming those beliefs, and the most effective way to do that is by speaking new, empowering truths into your mind when it is most receptive. Between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., prayer at this hour is not just about asking for things, it is about aligning yourself with a higher state of being. When you wake up early and speak words of gratitude, faith, and certainty, you are tuning your energy to a higher frequency. Every thought and word you express carries a vibrational signature. And when you begin your day with powerful affirmations, you set the tone for everything that follows. You become a magnet for experiences, people, and circumstances that match the energy you have cultivated in those early moments. One of the greatest benefits of praying during these hours is it allows you to break free from the limitations of the past. When you wake up before the rest of the world and engage in deep spiritual practice, you are stepping outside of the habitual patterns that have kept you stuck. Most people wake up and immediately engage with the external world, checking their phones, reacting to emails, worrying about their to-do lists. But when you begin your day in stillness, focusing on your connection with the divine, you reclaim your power. You are no longer operating on autopilot. You are consciously creating your reality from the inside out. This practice also strengthens your intuition, allowing you to receive divine guidance with greater clarity. When you quiet the mind and attune yourself to higher wisdom, you begin to hear the subtle whispers of intuition that guide you toward your purpose. These early morning hours are a time when divine messages can be received with greater ease, because the noise of the external world has not yet interfered. Many people who practice early morning prayer report experiencing sudden insights, answers to long-standing questions, and a deep sense of peace that carries them through the day. By committing to this practice, you also develop a greater sense of discipline and self-mastery, Waking up early requires intention, and when you train yourself to rise before the sun and dedicate time to your spiritual growth, you are reinforcing the belief that you are in control of your destiny. You are no longer allowing external circumstances to dictate your mindset. Instead, you are taking charge of your energy, your thoughts, and your connection to the divine. This discipline translates into other areas of your life, strengthening your ability to stay focused, resilient, and aligned with your goals. Another powerful aspect of praying at this time is that it helps dissolve fear and anxiety. Fear is often rooted in the unknown, in the belief that you are alone or powerless against life's challenges. But when you wake up early and reaffirm your connection to a higher power, you cultivate a sense of trust that overrides fear. You begin to operate from a place of faith rather than worry, and this shift in mindset allows you to move through life with greater confidence and ease. As you continue this practice, you will notice changes not only in your spiritual awareness, but also in your physical and emotional well-being. The body responds to thoughts and emotions, and when you begin your day with words of gratitude and empowerment, your nervous system shifts into a state of balance and harmony. Stress levels decrease, the immune system strengthens, and overall energy levels rise. Science has shown that meditation, prayer, and positive affirmations have a direct impact on brain chemistry, releasing hormones that enhance mood, focus, and overall well-being. The key to making this practice effective is consistency. Just as negative beliefs are reinforced through repetition, positive transformation also requires daily commitment. By making it a habit to wake up early and engage in prayer, you are training your subconscious mind to accept new patterns of thought, which eventually become automatic. Over time, these new thought patterns reshape your reality, allowing you to experience a life that reflects the truth you have been declaring. When you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. to pray, you are stepping into a moment of deep stillness, where your connection to the divine is heightened. The world is quiet, distractions are minimal, and your mind is in a state of openness and receptivity. This sacred window of time is not random. It aligns with natural rhythms, ancient wisdom, and spiritual traditions that recognize the power of early morning prayer. In these hours, your mind transitions between sleep and wakefulness, allowing you to access the subconscious mind with greater ease. This is the same state in which deep meditation, creativity, and profound transformation occur. By choosing to engage in prayer during this time, you are intentionally directing your energy towards spiritual awakening, alignment, and manifestation. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs create the foundation of your reality. When you pray between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., you bypass the noise of the day and speak directly to the deepest part of your mind. The words you say, the emotions you feel, and the faith you cultivate in this sacred space set the tone for your entire day. If you declare abundance, you will begin to see opportunities unfold before you. If you declare healing, your body and mind will align with wholeness. If you declare protection, you will walk with a sense of peace and confidence. This is not coincidence. It is the law of energy, intention, and belief in action. Many people live their lives reacting to circumstances rather than creating them. They wake up each day with the same thoughts, engage in the same habits, and wonder why nothing changes. But those who understand the power of early morning prayer recognize that this is the time to break patterns, to reset the mind, and to plant new seeds of transformation. When you rise before the sun and dedicate yourself to prayer, you are taking charge of your reality before the world imposes its influence upon you. You are not waiting for circumstances to improve. You are commanding them to shift. Prayer during these hours is more than just speaking words. It is an act of surrender, trust, and alignment. It is an opportunity to silence the doubts and fears that often cloud the mind and instead anchor yourself in faith. The energy you bring into prayer matters. If you pray from a place of desperation, focusing on lack and fear, you reinforce those emotions within yourself. But if you pray from a place of gratitude, expectation, and belief, you align yourself with the flow of divine abundance. The key is to feel the prayer as if it has already been answered, to embody the emotions of joy, peace, and certainty even before you see the evidence in your physical world. The power of waking up early to pray is also deeply connected to discipline and commitment. In a world where distractions are everywhere, where people are constantly pulled in different directions, making the choice to rise in the stillness of the morning and dedicate time to your spiritual practice sets you apart. It shows that you are intentional about your growth, that you are prioritizing your relationship with the divine, and that you are willing to do what most people will not. This discipline strengthens your mind, increases your resilience, and builds a deep inner trust that carries into every aspect of your life. Beyond the spiritual benefits, there are profound psychological and physiological advantages to praying during these early hours. Studies show that early morning meditation and prayer enhance brain function, reduce stress, and increase emotional balance. The body naturally produces melatonin at night, a hormone that regulates sleep and promotes deep rest. However, between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., the body begins to shift, and this is the perfect moment to transition into a heightened state of awareness. The deep calm that accompanies this time allows you to access higher states of consciousness, where inspiration, wisdom, and clarity flow more freely. Many of history's greatest thinkers, leaders, and spiritual figures have attributed their insights and breakthroughs to moments of quiet reflection in the early hours before dawn. When you make prayer a consistent practice between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., you begin to see a shift in the way you experience life. Your thoughts become clearer, your emotions more balanced, and your ability to navigate challenges with grace and wisdom increases. This is because you are no longer operating solely from the conscious mind, which is often filled with worry, doubt, and distraction. Instead, you are tapping into the deeper intelligence within you, the part of you that knows, that trusts, and that creates from a place of divine alignment. This practice also strengthens your faith in ways that are difficult to explain but impossible to ignore. When you consistently wake up at this sacred hour and engage in deep intentional prayer, you start to experience signs, synchronicities, and divine confirmations that reinforce your connection to something greater than yourself. You may notice that solutions to problems arise effortlessly, that doors open in ways you never expected, and that you feel an unshakable sense of peace, even in the midst of uncertainty. This is the power of aligning yourself with divine timing and trusting the unseen forces that are always working in your favor. One of the most powerful aspects of this practice is that it allows you to step into your highest self each day. Before the demands of the world take over, before stress and external pressures creep in, you have already grounded yourself in faith, gratitude, and purpose. This means that no matter what happens throughout the day, you move through it with a sense of inner stability. You are no longer easily swayed by negativity, fear, or doubt, because you have already anchored yourself in something greater. You walk with a quiet confidence, knowing that you are supported, guided, and protected. The energy of early morning prayer extends beyond just you. It influences the way you interact with the world. When you start your day from a place of divine connection, you naturally radiate that energy to those around you. Your presence becomes calming, your words more powerful, and your ability to inspire and uplift others increases. People will begin to notice something different about you, not because of what you say, but because of the energy you carry. This is the result of aligning yourself with divine power before the rest of the world even wakes up.